hold themselves accountable. Do you know accounting is a skill? And if accounting is a skill, why isn't accountable a skill?
Accountability.
Accountability is a skill. People use the word responsibility and accountability with adults as if every adult knows what that means. Responsibility literally has what it means inherent in the word, right? The ability to respond. How do you know this person has the ability to respond unless you test them, right? Accountability, the ability to account, and then let's break it down even further, the ability to count, which is a skill. Not everybody is an accountant. That is a person who is skilled, tested, credentialed, certified to account for someone's actions. Does everybody do their own books? No, they have accountants, accounting services. So if you don't know how to account, how can you account? It's a skill. So like in your situation where you were saying this person wasn't going to account for their behavior, do they have the knowledge, skills, abilities, and confidence to be bold and say, you know what, you're right, that's on me? Do you know to take blame requires security of yourself psychologically? You have to be psychologically tough to deal with the feelings of shame and judgment that are going to be launched at you when you take accountability of yourself and your actions. Insecure people don't take accountability. Insecure people don't display, by virtue of application, responsibility. Why? Because as children, they were not given the safe space to fail strategically, where there was a lesson behind that failure and not a chastisement. When every time you failed, somebody has told you, you ain't nothing. You ain't gonna be nothing. Why aren't you getting this right the first time? I'm a child. I'm insecure. I came into this world not knowing. How reasonable is it for you to expect me to know when it's your job to teach me? And what's the thing? The question becomes the test for the parent who can't pass the test, so the parent projects the anger and frustration from not knowing the answer on the person who tested them. Don't you test me. I'm your parent. You do what I say and you shut up. Children are to be seen and not heard. So if you aren't allowed to ask questions so that you can learn, think about how that projects toward your ability to account. You weren't even taught. And if we give grace to the parent wasn't taught either. Does that make sense? So when you said this person doesn't have an accountability bone in their body, that's because they are in trauma too. And they're practicing as a parent and as a relationship mate in that trauma. They don't have the knowledge, skills, and abilities and confidence to account.